Welcome to the Bridge Room. My name is Laurie Brown, and I'm here to share with you about the Bridge Room, and it is in honor of the memory of Eddie W. Bridges. Eddie Bridges was my father, also known as Pa, and sometimes known around the community as Chief. Let me share with you why we've named it the Bridge Room and a few memories of my dad. My dad served his country, and once he came home from the country, he really wanted to go to Georgia Tech to be an engineer. His desire was to be an engineer. His parents at the time would not allow him to go to Atlanta, and so he decided that he was going to be an engineer, and he went and found a job at Harmony Grove Mills in Commerce, Georgia. Now, my dad's history with Harmony Grove Mills goes back 45 years. He worked there for 45 years. He is what I call a self-made engineer. He worked his way up to become the plant engineer. There was not a single piece of equipment in the plant that he could not fix. My dad was on call 24 hours a day, worked 7 days a week. So you know that I learned work ethic from my dad. My dad would get up in the middle of the night, put his boots on, go up there, solve the problem, come home. Never complained, was always in a good mood, and was always willing to help others. So work ethic was one of the big things I took from him. He was also very smart, and he was way ahead of his time. One of the things that he would do, as you can see this picture here, is talking as a young man in the mill. He is talking about all the equipment. He helped decide which equipment was going to be bought. He helped which equipment needed to be replaced. So he was always on the forefront, and he also fixed everything in the community for everybody. There was hardly a day that came by that someone didn't bring their lawnmower, or they brought their car, or they called and said, hey, could you come look at my electricity at my house or my plumbing at my house? My dad taught me to use your gifts and your talents to always help others. So we call it the Bridge Room because I think of a bridge always solving a problem, from getting one side of the road to the other side of the road, or one side of the river to the other side of the river. And that's exactly what my dad did. And he taught me to always look at how to solve problems maybe a little differently. Let me give one example of how my dad could solve problems. So there was a time when my van went down. We had 3 kids, and my van went down on I-85, and I called my dad and I said, Daddy, I'm stranded here on 85, and he said, I'll be right over. So my dad comes over and he looks under the hood of the van and he goes, okay, I'll be right back. He goes to his truck, then he goes down into the woods, and he comes back, he fixes it, closes the hood, and he says, okay, it'll get you home, take it to the shop the next day. So the interesting thing, when we went to pick it up, the man said, who fixed this? And I said, my dad fixed it. He said, let me show you what he fixed it with. So he fixed it with a baton, a stick, and black electrical tape. So he did not have to go to the store. He was problem solving. So he was always that bridge, not only in our family, but also the bridge in the community that taught me as a young girl work ethic and how to solve problems differently. Eddie W. Bridges' legacy lives on through his family. The lessons that he taught us through the years. And as you pass through this threshold, I hope you will remember that work ethic and using your gifts and talents to help others is so very important.